Well, our author this morning comes to us from Elizabethton. His name is Alex Campbell. He is a high school teacher who has written a nonfiction book titled 10 Lessons That Will Get You Fired, But You Must Teach Immediately. I love it, and I also love the way he thinks. He joins us this morning to tell us more about his book and his teaching philosophy. We want to welcome Alex Campbell to the show. Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
So you have been teaching in the public school system for about 15 years now.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been pushing the boundaries ever since you began.
I have.
So safe to say you're not a fan of the way a typical public school system sort of works.
I guess I'm going to have to say no.
So tell me about what you noticed when you started becoming a teacher that you thought the system was flawed.
Well, all the things they teach in college about the tests and the worksheets and the homework and how to design all those things, what I realized with those things really don't teach the students that much. The students learn more about relationships. That's what you remember. That's what most people remember from school was their friends, the teachers they loved, the coaches that made a difference in their life. So I realized I needed to focus more on relationships than just those bold words or definitions.
So, and we want to show everybody the cover of the book because I love this. Here, as you can see, obviously he's got his box here and his desk things that he is packing up, and you say you have nearly been fired a few times.
Yes, I've made a few people a little uneasy, let's say, along the years, but it's always turned out good. I haven't been fired yet, but sometimes I think, wow, if that would have gone a little bit differently, I could have been in trouble.
Yet your students are learning, and the reaction that you're getting from them is proof that what you're doing is working.
Yeah, I don't need test scores or grades to show me the kids are learning. When you're building relationships and letting them build relationships with others, you know they're learning. And it's really neat to see kids kind of develop that way.
So your book, teachers, I'm guessing, other teachers would get quite a bit out of it on the things that you have learned and been through and how it might be able to help them reach their students when they feel frustrated and like they're not helping them reach their potential.
Yeah, I think so. I've done all the trial and error work for them already, and there's 10 things in there that I think will help build those relationships and really help kids with what they need in their life. So yeah, it would definitely be good for teachers.
What did you find was the biggest thing that you think you can help other teachers grasp?
I think sometimes we're maybe just a little afraid to try something different. And it helps me too as a teacher when I hear that somebody else has done it and they've been successful with it. Then I say, well, maybe I'm going to try that, and I'm not afraid to experiment. So maybe some of the good things that's happened because of my lessons will help other teachers realize that, hey, other people have already tried it. They've kind of worked out the kinks, and they've seen great success, and maybe I could use that to help my students as well.
So with 15 years under your belt, you have students that have gone through the system that have been able to come back. What kind of things do you hear from those students? Because it seems like you would be that teacher that they would remember, that really made a difference.
Yeah. It's really funny because when you're a teacher for that long, you see kids everywhere, grocery store, you'll see them at restaurants, and I'll never forget, I have kids that come up and they'll say, you're my favorite teacher, and I'll say, you know, you probably don't remember any lessons, bold words I taught you, and then they'll go in and they'll talk about the things that happened and that they're getting those things, and they realize the relationships, the lessons they learned to help them in life. They might not remember all the parts of the cell, but they remembered help people when they're in need. Don't be afraid to be the one who's different if that's what it needs to be at the time. So that helps me, encourages me when I hear those kids say that.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Here is the book, can be found at jancarrollpublishing.com. You can also, I'm sure, find it on Amazon.
Yep.
Lots of good information. 10 lessons that will get you fired, but you must teach immediately.